Go.
Alrighty, so today we're going to hook up the roof soft wash pump, or the 12-volt pump. So if you want to come on over here, we got the blue hose. This is just used for storage. So usually it's tied on here. It could be cam locked. So we're going to pull this off. We've already taken the cap out of this. And then we're going to cam lock this onto here. What that does is it just hooks up your hose that runs over to your pump. So now we have our hose hooked up. We're going to go up here. We have this yellow ball valve pointing up. The arrow that's on this pointing up means it's pulling from the water tank. It's going to the water tank. We want to turn this so it aims down. So we're going to take this cam lock. What you want to do is kind of stabilize it here so you don't break the bulkhead or anything like that. So we're going to stabilize it, and then we're going to turn it down. So now the arrow is pointing down to the bleach. That means we're going to be pulling bleach out of here. So now that we got that set up to pull the right chemical out of there, we're going to come over to this. This is our proportioner box. We're going to open this up. We're going to take our detergent. Usually about a quarter of a turn, so we'll take it to about 3 right there. Your water's always on, and depending on what you're cleaning, this knob on the right hand side will dictate where you adjust it. So the first thing that we're going to be treating today is a wood deck. So what I'm going to do is take this to about 3%, or the number 3 over there. So that's set at 3. We're also going to do the roof. Probably when I do the roof, I'm going to bump this to a 4 or 5, somewhere in there. So, and like I said, a lot of the ratios where you need things set is right here on this guide. We're going to go over to here. We're going to open this up. This right here is where you turn on the pump. So as the pump builds up pressure, it'll stop. It's an on-demand pump. So when you squeeze the trigger, it'll start letting the liquid flow through it. So we're going to turn it on. It's pulling chemical, building up. While that builds up pressure, we're going to actually go over to the trigger that's up here. And all we're doing now is just trying to rinse this out. So you see an area here, there's like mud. There's no vegetation, grass, or plants, or anything like that. So this is a safe area to purge this out. So this line is 250 feet. There's about 250 feet worth of water in this line that we have to purge out. We're doing this in real time, kind of give you an example of how long it takes for the cleaner to get to the end of the line. You'll start to see it choke here in a little bit. That's the air coming out of the line. See, it's choking. We know that we're getting close when it starts doing that. There's more air coming out. Now we should be pretty close to soap. You can kind of see on the ground there, it's soapy. Another thing you can do is safely, you smell it to see if there's any bleach in there. And we're good. We got bleach in there, so now we're ready to spray. So that's it for now.
Go.
All right, so we're gonna go on over to here. So this is the shutting down and rinsing out the pump section. You want to turn your detergent or your soap all the way off. Your water's all the way on. Now we're turning our bleach all the way up. Now you might ask, why are we turning our bleach all the way up if we're going to rinse it out? Well, that's because this runs all the way up to the yellow ball valve, so that'll either pull bleach or water. So when this is all the way open and we turn that to water, it's going to pull water through this and rinse out all the bleach throughout the line. So I'm going to get up here. Remember in the beginning of the video, we turned this to bleach. Again, we're going to support this and we're going to turn it up. So the arrow is pointing up. That means it's pulling out of this back tank, which is water. So this is water. Both the bleach and the water are turned up all the way. The soap's off. Now we're going to go on over here and we're going to purge out our line. Again, you want to find a nice safe place. This is where we rinsed it out in the first place. There's no vegetation, it's just mud. So this usually takes about 3 minutes. You can kind of see all the suds. It goes down a little bit. That's the ball valve switching from bleach back to the water. And then it's going to start to build back up pressure. Usually 2 to 3 minutes. I would say a good 3 minutes. Make sure it's water coming out the end of this. I won't make you wait through the whole rinsing process, but this is going to run for 3 minutes. We're going to go ahead and stop the video here, and then I'll show you this. All right, we spent about 3 minutes rinsing this all out. It's all water now. There's no suds in there. What we're going to do now, we're going to go on over here and we're going to shut the pump off. Pump's off. We're going to go back over here and let the pressure out. So you'll see it go down, just a trickle. It's good enough. Keep in mind it's all water in the hose, so any drips, it's going to be all good. So over to our cam lock, there's going to be water coming out of here. We'll put our cap back on. Stays over there. Now we're going to put our hose back on. If you want to come on over here. I like my hose to kind of wrap that way. So we could probably put a fancy connection on here, but no need for it. We're just going to tie this like that. And as you start to roll this, it's going to stay. See that? And you just roll it up neatly, keep your hose beside it. I won't make you sit through the whole rolling the hose deal, but you get the point. And that's how you run the soft wash system.